What is up and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be restoring this wooden tech deck performance series. I'm going to be doing some modifications to the deck to make it so the trucks sit a little bit lower, as well as swapping out the parts, giving some better trucks, wheels with bearings, and of course a fresh grip job. First things first, I'm going to get off this old nasty looking grip. I was able to get most of the grip off by peeling it, and I used an alcohol wipe to get the rest of the sticky adhesive residue that was left behind. With the old grip cleaned off, it's already looking a lot better. With the screws out, I'm going to go ahead and shave down the edges. Tech Deck Performance Series come with all the edges kind of boxy. They don't really do any rounding to them, so I'm going to go ahead and make it look more like a real skateboard and a little bit cleaner look. This will also give the edges of the board a nice fresh line. Using a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a paper towel, I wipe down the bottom graphic to clean it off. Next, using some sandpaper on a block, I'm going to sand the edges down to give it a little bit better shape, as well as sand off the little serial code or the number on the side. I personally really like the way the rounded edges look. It makes the board look a little bit thinner, as well as more realistic like an actual board. Using a paint marker, I'm going around all of the edges just to fill in any of the chips. I'm using an X-Acto knife to score the top ply and the bottom ply for where the base plates of the trucks are actually going to go through the board. I went over the lines a few times. These lines will help prevent the board from chipping when I drill into it. With a rectangle cut out of the deck, I'm just going to go and test fit the base plates to make sure that they fit through and sit nice and flush. With the base plate screwed into place, I'm going to put the hanger back on the truck and see where the wheels hit on the board. I'm going to use this as a guide for where I'm going to cut out the wheel welds so the board and wheels have clearance and it doesn't get any wheel bite. Once I had the wheel welds cut out and cleaned up, I went ahead and applied a clear coat on the top of the board as well as the sides, give it some protection and a nice glossy look. With the grip applied and cleaned up, all that's left to do is install the hardware. I'm using some gold base plates as well as some gold screws. For the bottom bushing, I'm using a round donut style bushing. This was the thinnest one that I could find to make sure that the hangers sit as low as possible. And I'm using some hangers that are off of another tech deck. Pretty cool purple anodized color. And then for the top bushing, I'm just using a standard tech deck bushing without the metal washer. Tighten everything up. And repeated the process on the other side. For wheels, I'm using some upgraded Soldier Bar bearing wheels. I got these for around $13. And for the axle nuts, I have these cool ones that have these little caps on the end. With everything together, the board sits super low. Just for height comparison, the Tech Deck Pro, standard Tech Deck Performance Series, my main setup with dynamic trucks, and the super low setup. You can see it has almost zero clearance if I didn't cut the wheel welds, but with the wheel welds it has plenty of clearance. And all that's left to do is try it out. I definitely like the look of this board. It's definitely unique. I personally really like the purple and gold color combo. It's giving me that West Coast Lakers vibe. And I also think it really looks good with the bottom graphic, with the skyline, with the gold wheels, and matching up with the gold base plates. And I use white wheels, which I think looks pretty clean on pretty much any setup. Let me know what you think in the comments. But overall, I really like how this came out. And I was able to do pretty much all of the tricks that I'm normally able to do on any other fingerboard. They're just a little bit more challenging because there's less pop. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And until next time, peace.